Tipu Sultan died a historic death fighting the British. He was also a pioneer in the development and use of Mysore rockets in warfare.
Tipu Sultan, the fearless ruler of the kingdom of Mysore, whose legacy remains a testament to his unwavering commitment to his people and his valiant struggle against British colonialism. Tipu Sultan ascended to the throne of Mysore in 1782 and faced the formidable East India Company's encroachment into the kingdom. He led several campaigns to defend his realm against British imperialism, earning him the title of the Tiger of Mysore. His relentless efforts to safeguard the kingdom from colonial rule are etched in history. Girish Karnad, a prominent literary figure, once asserted that Tipu Sultan over the course of 300 years has had no equal among Kannadigas, and that Tipu Sultan played an important role in the unification of various provinces, leading to the formation of one single state of Karnataka, which was then Mysore. His legacy extended beyond just being a ruler. He demonstrated a remarkable ability to establish diplomatic relations with the international community, showcasing his visionary leadership and statesmanship.
ಟಿಪ್ಪು ಸುಲ್ತಾನ್ಗೆ ಸರಿಸಾಟಿಯಾಗಿ ನಿಲ್ಲುವ ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ಬ ಕನ್ನಡಿಗ ಕಳೆದ 300 ವರ್ಷಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಹುಟ್ಟಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಒಪ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬೇಕು. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಕಾರಣ ಇದೆ. ಕಾರಣ ಏನು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ಒಂದು ಡೈಲಾಗ್ ನಡಿಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು, ಯಾವ ಒಂದು ಸಂವಾದ ನಡಿಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು, ಅದು ನಡೀಲೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಟಿಪ್ಪು ಸುಲ್ತಾನ್ ಆದಮೇಲೆ, ಟಿಪ್ಪು ಸುಲ್ತಾನ್ ಮೊದಲು ಕೂಡ ವಿಜಯನಗರದ ಪತನದ ನಂತರ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ತುಂಡು ತುಂಡಾಗಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 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 ಸಂಸ್ಥಾನಗಳಾಗಿ ಬಿಟ್ಟು, ಪಾಳ್ಯಗಳಾಗಿ ಬಿಟ್ಟು, ಅವನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ತಂದು ಒಂದು ಕಡೆಗೆ ಇಕ್ಕಟ್ಟು ಮಾಡಿ ಒಂದು ಕರ್ನಾಟಕವನ್ನು ನಿರ್ಮಿಸಿದ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಟಿಪ್ಪು ಸುಲ್ತಾನ್. ಟಿಪ್ಪು ಸುಲ್ತಾನ್ ರಾಜ್ಯವನ್ನು ನಾವು ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ, ಅವನ ಮ್ಯಾಪ್ ನೋಡಿಬಿಟ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಗೇನು ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ಇಂದಿನ ಈ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದ ಗಡಿಗಳು ಮತ್ತು ಅವನ ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಗಡಿಗಳು ಎಷ್ಟು ಒಂದೇ ಆಗಿದ್ವು ಅಂತ. ಅವನು ಕಟ್ಟಿದ ಸಾಮ್ರಾಜ್ಯ, ಅವನು ಕಟ್ಟಿದ ಸಂಬಂಧಗಳ ಜಾಲಗಳನ್ನ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ, ಇತ್ಲಾಗ್ ಫ್ರಾನ್ಸು, ಅತ್ಲಾಗ್ ಆಟೋಮನ್, ಇತ್ಲಾಗ್ ಸೌತ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಇದು ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಕಡೆಗೆ ವ್ಯಾಪಾರ, ರೇಷ್ಮೆ ವ್ಯಾಪಾರ, ದಂತದ ವ್ಯಾಪಾರ, ಗಂಧದ ವ್ಯಾಪಾರ, ಇವನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ನೋಡಿದಾಗ ಆ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ ಕೇವಲ ಯೋಧನಷ್ಟೇ ಆಗಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ದೂರ ಹೋಗಿ ಒಬ್ಬ ಶಾಸಕನಾಗಿದ್ದ.
Tipu Sultan's life was marked by immense sacrifice for the nation. He dedicated himself to the cause of safeguarding his kingdom and people from British colonialism. His sacrifices extend beyond the battlefield, as he made the difficult decision to send his sons as hostages to secure peace and protect the kingdom. This act of sending his sons away, while deeply painful for any parent, demonstrated his commitment to the people's welfare and the willingness to make personal sacrifices for the greater good of the nation. Tipu Sultan sacrificed his life on the battlefield during the Fourth Anglo-Mysore War, which took place in 1799. The war was a result of the British East India Company's efforts to expand its influence in India and Tipu's determination to resist British colonialism in the final battle of the war, which occurred at Srirangpatna. Tipu Sultan led his forces in a fierce and valiant defense of his capital. He fought courageously to protect his kingdom and people from the British forces. Unfortunately, during the battle, Tipu Sultan was mortally wounded. Despite his injuries, he continued to inspire his troops with leadership and determination. His sacrifice for the kingdom and his relentless efforts to defend his realm against the British forces led him to being martyred on the battlefield. Jayamala, a Kannada actress and the former member of the Mysore Legislative Council, emphasized that true historical significance is not attained merely through wealth, but by actively championing the well-being of one's people. History reserves its recognition for individuals who have fought for the betterment of their society, and unquestionably, Tipu Sultan is one of these prominent champions.
ಒಬ್ಬ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ ಕೇವಲ ಅಧಿಕಾರದ ಬಲದಿಂದ ಮಾತ್ರ, ಹಣದ ಬಲದಿಂದ ಚರಿತ್ರೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ದೊಡ್ಡವನಾಗಲಾರ. ಯಾರು ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯ ಜನರ ಬದುಕನ್ನು ಉತ್ತಮಪಡಿಸುವುದಕ್ಕೆ ದುಡಿದಿರ್ತಾರೋ, ಯಾರು ಸಮಾಜದ ಒಳಗಿನ ತಾರತಮ್ಯಗಳನ್ನ ಅಳಿಸಿ ಹಾಕೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋರಾಟ ಮಾಡಿರುತ್ತಾರೋ, ಯಾರು ನಿರ್ಣಾಯಕವಾದ ಸಂದರ್ಭದೊಳಗೆ ತನ್ನ ಪ್ರಾಣವನ್ನು ಲೆಕ್ಕಿಸದೆ ಪ್ರಜಾಸುಖಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಹೋರಾಡಿ ಮಡಿದಿರುತ್ತಾರೋ ಅಂತಹ ಧೀರೋದ್ಧಾತರನ್ನ ಮಾತ್ರ ಈ ಚರಿತ್ರೆ ತನ್ನ ನಾಯಕರ ಪಟ್ಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಸೇರಿಸಿಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತದೆ. ನಿಸ್ಸಂದೇಹವಾಗಿ ಟಿಪ್ಪು ಸುಲ್ತಾನರು ಇಂಥ ಶ್ರೇಷ್ಠರಲ್ಲಿ ಒಬ್ಬರಾಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಎಂದು ನಮ್ಮ ಸರ್ಕಾರದ ನಂಬಿಕೆ.
ಗುಣಗಳು, ತ್ಯಾಗ, ಬಲಿದಾನಕ್ಕೆ ಇವತ್ತು ನಾವು ಗೌರವವನ್ನು ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಯಾರು ಏನೇನು ಮಾತಾಡ್ಲಿ, ಯಾರು ಏನೇನು ದೂಷಣೆ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿ, ನೀವು ದಲಿತರ ಬಂದು ಇನ್ನ ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಆಚರಣೆ ಮಾಡುವಂತ ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು 4 ಹೆಸರು ಹೇಳಿ, ನಾವು ಖಂಡಿತ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಗೌರವ ಕೊಡ್ತೇವೆ, ಏನ್ ತೊಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲ.
Tipu's legacy is also marked by his commitment to multiple traditions, including tolerant interreligious practices, liberal and secular principles. Tipu's actions speak to his secularism, such as providing annual grants to numerous temples, aiding in the restoration of religious traditions and supporting diverse religious institutions. Tipu's army was composed of individuals from various backgrounds, particularly the Shudras. He was a secular king who treated his subjects regardless of their faith with fairness and equality. This inclusive approach is an evidence to his progressive thinking. Sufi Waliba emphasized Tipu Sultan's secular leadership, citing his impartial treatment of all the subjects. He asserted that Tipu's sacrifices for the nation were exceptional, particularly during a time when other kings seemed to be capitulating to the British colonial rule.
हज़रत टीपू सुल्तान शहीद रहमतुल्लाह अलैह हिंदू मुस्लिम यकजहती के अलमबरदार हैं कि जिन्होंने अपने हुक्मरानी के दौरान तमाम मज़ाहिब में यकजहती, तमाम मज़ाहिब में अदल व इंसाफ का जो मिसाल पेश की है, वो रहती दुनिया तक कभी उसे भुलाया नहीं जा सकता। और वतन की खातिर जो उन्होंने वतन की आज़ादी की खातिर जो उन्होंने कुर्बानियाँ पेश की, और बड़े पैमाने पर सारे हिंदुस्तान में जबकि जितने राजा, महाराजा, नवाब, पाड़लेगार सब जो हैं सर बखम करके अंग्रेज़ों की ग़ुलामी का तोख अपने गले में डाल कर उनकी ग़ुलामी को कबूले थे। एक तलवार बुलंद हुई जो रियासत कर्नाटक से हज़रत टीपू सुल्तान शहीद रहमतुल्लाह अलैह शेर मैसूर की, जिन्होंने अंग्रेज़ों के ख़िलाफ़ आज़ादी का नारा बुलंद करके कि हिंदुस्तान हिंदुस्तानियों का है, उन्होंने जो है एक अजीम क़ुरबानी पेश की, जिनकी क़ुरबानियों को हम बुला नहीं सकते। और इस वतन की तरक्की के लिए, इस वतन की तरक्की के लिए जो उन्होंने काम अंजाम दिए हैं, जितने भी तरक्कियाँ थी, वो सब जो है बुलाया नहीं जा सकता।
Zamir Ahmad Khan highlighted that Tipu was secular. He stated that ministers in his court were Hindus and not Muslims.
ಟಿಪ್ಪು ಸುಲ್ತಾನ್ ಶಹೀದರು ಹಿಂದೂ ಜಾತಿ ಮಲ್ಲ, ಅವ್ರು ಮುಸಲ್ಮಾನರಿಂದ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇಷ್ಟಪಟ್ಟಿದ್ದು ಹಿಂದೂಗಳನ್ನ. ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಅಧಿಕಾರ ಇರುವಾಗ ಯಾರು ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ರು? ಪ್ರೈಮ್ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಯಾರಿದ್ರು? ಪೂರ್ಣ ಪ್ರೈಮ್ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದು ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಮುಸ್ಲಿಮ. ಫೈನಾನ್ಸ್ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಯಾರಾಗಿದ್ರು? ಮುಸ್ಲಿಂ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಅವ್ರ ಅಧಿಕಾರ ಇರುವಾಗ 11 ಜನ ಮಂತ್ರಿ ಹಿಂದೂಗಳು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಮುಸ್ಲಿಂ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಹಿಂದೂನ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಎಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ಇನ್ನು ದೇವಸ್ಥಾನ ಪಕ್ಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಸೀದಿ ಇದೆ. 5 ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ಡಿ ಕೆ ಶಿವಕುಮಾರ್ ಸಾಹೇಬ್ ಹೇಳಿದಂಗೆ ಯಾರನ್ನ ಈ ದೇಶದಲ್ಲ ಈ ದುನಿಯಾದಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಯಾರನ್ನ ಮಕ್ಕಳನ್ನ ಹಾಳಾಗಿರೋ ದೇಶಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ನೋಡ್ತೀನಿ.
Tipu Sultan's contribution to temples in his kingdom portray his commitment to religious tolerance and inclusivity. He provided support to numerous temples, including Lakshmi Kanta Temple, the Narayana Swami Temple at Melkote, the Sri Kanteshwara Temple at Nanjangud, and the Ranganatha Swami Temple at Srirangpatna, all in Karnataka. His donations and assistance extended to various temples, showcasing his respect for different religious traditions and his dedication to maintaining the sanctity of these places of worship. Jaimala attributed Tipu with the recognition he deserves for elevating Mysore into one of the most prosperous provinces of India Additionally, she credited him for pioneering the development of silk industry in India and acknowledging his various notable accomplishments and sacrifices.
ಟಿಪ್ಪು ಸುಲ್ತಾನರು ಆಡಳಿತಗಾರರಾಗಿ ಕೃಷಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ತಂದಂತಹ ಕ್ರಾಂತಿಕಾರಕವಾದ ಬದಲಾವಣೆಗಳನ್ನು ನಾವು ಗಮನಿಸಿದ್ರೆ ಬಹುಶಃ ಅವರು ಕಟ್ಟಿಸಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಕೆರೆಕಟ್ಟೆಗಳು ಇವತ್ತಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ನಾವು ಅದರ ಪ್ರಯೋಜನವನ್ನು ಪಡಿತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಕೃಷಿಯಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ 35% ಒಂದು ಕೃಷಿಯ ಭಾಗವನ್ನ ತೋಟಗಾರಿಕೆಯನ್ನಾಗಿ ಮಾರ್ಪಡಿಸಿದಂತಹ ಕೀರ್ತಿ ಟಿಪ್ಪು ಸುಲ್ತಾನ್ ಅವರಿಗೆ. ಮೈಸೂರು ರಾಜ್ಯವನ್ನ ಭಾರತದ ಶ್ರೀಮಂತ ರಾಜ್ಯಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡಿದ ಕೀರ್ತಿ ಟಿಪ್ಪುರವರಿಗೆ ಸಲ್ಲುತ್ತದೆ. ಚೈನಾ ದೇಶದಿಂದ ರೇಷ್ಮೆ ಕೃಷಿಯನ್ನ ಈ ಭಾರತಕ್ಕೆ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕಕ್ಕೆ ತಂದ ಕೀರ್ತಿ ಟಿಪ್ಪುರವರಿಗೆ ಸಲ್ಲುತ್ತದೆ. ಪ್ರತಿ 3 ಕಿಲೋಮೀಟರ್ಗೆ ಒಂದರಂತೆ ಸಂತೆಗಳನ್ನು ನಿರ್ಮಾಣ ಮಾಡಿ ರೈತರ ಬೆಲೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಂತಹ ಕೀರ್ತಿ ಕೂಡ ಟಿಪ್ಪುರವರಿಗೆ ಸಲ್ಲುತ್ತದೆ. ಬಡವರಿಗೆ ಮನೆಯನ್ನ ಹಂಚಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಟಿಪ್ಪು ಸುಲ್ತಾನ್. ಸೈನ್ಯವನ್ನ ಬಲಗೊಳಿಸಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂದಿನ ಕಾಲಕ್ಕೆ ಜಗತ್ತಿಗೆ ತಿಳಿದೇ ಇದ್ದಂತಹ 1.5 ಕಿಲೋಮೀಟರ್ ಅಷ್ಟು ದೂರಕ್ಕೆ ಹಾರಬಲ್ಲಂತಹ ಕ್ಷಿಪಣಿ ತಂತ್ರಜ್ಞಾನವನ್ನ ಅಭಿವೃದ್ಧಿಪಡಿಸಿದ್ದು ಟಿಪ್ಪು ಸುಲ್ತಾನ್. ಹೀಗೆ ಪಟ್ಟಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಬಲಿದಾನಗಳು, ಅವರು ನೀಡಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಅವರು ಈ ರಾಜ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ ನೀಡಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಕೊಡುಗೆಗಳು, ಈ ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಕೆ ನೀಡಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಕೊಡುಗೆಗಳನ್ನು ನಾವು ಪಟ್ಟಿ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಆ ಪಟ್ಟಿಯ ಅತಿ ಉದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ಸೇರ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ.
Tipu Sultan left a lasting legacy in the silk industry, a demonstration of his forward thinking towards economic development. He not only laid the foundation for the thriving silk industry in Mysore but also encouraged its growth in the region. His contributions extended to other areas, including the establishment of the beautiful Lal Bagh Gardens, reflecting his commitment to horticulture and enhancing the natural beauty of the kingdom. Tipu Sultan's efforts were instrumental in laying the groundwork for flourishing silk industry that endures even to this day, and his contributions to the region's economic and cultural landscape remain noteworthy. Tipu Sultan made significant contributions to rocket technology during the late 1700s. He replaced traditional bamboo tubes with iron tubes, allowing for more gunpowder and consequently increased the speed and range in rockets. His designs incorporated swords, serving as both stabilizers during fight and weapons upon descent, causing havoc among the enemies. Tipu established a dedicated force of around 5,000 men to operate these rockets, which played a crucial role in creating panic on the battlefield. His advancements in rocketry not only influenced the outcome of the Anglo-Mysore wars, but also left a lasting impact on the military technology, as the British adopted his designs, leading to the development of Congreve rockets and their use in subsequent conflicts. Tipu Sultan's pioneering work in the rocket technology solidified his legacy as the original rocket man of India. It is essential to acknowledge that not everyone admires Tipu Sultan's legacy. Some communal forces harbor a deep-seated resentment towards him due to various historical and political factors. They see him not as a freedom fighter but as an Islamic bigot. According to the historian Azam Shahid, there are efforts by certain communal elements to tarnish Tipu Sultan's reputation and depict him negatively. These forces aim to manipulate Tipu's image as part of strategy to incite and provoke Muslims for their own political gains.
Since the times of the Tipu Sultan, he has been considered by those who are opposed to the peace, prosperity, development and religious tolerance. They always labeled him as the tyrant and also the enemy of Hindus. He was also against the language Kannada and all that. This seems to be the cock and bull story to me, because those who know the real history of Tipu Sultan will not behave like this. Communal forces, they want to polarize the Hindu votes. That is why, if just being the fact that Tipu Sultan is a Muslim, they have created a sort of a crazy negative propaganda against him. If he were not to be a devout Muslim, if he were to be a person following any other faith, this type of the controversies would not have been erupted at all. I fear the country where we live in, the great nation India, has the thousands of the years of the religious tolerance and also the tradition of what you can say mutual coexistence, but they want to tarnish the Bharatiya parampara of that dharma. That is how the communal forces always will be busy trying to find out what one or the other type of the negative thing, which is in reality a false, wrong propaganda.
Tipu Sultan's birth anniversary is being celebrated by people of Karnataka since time immemorial. But the Siddaramaiah-led Congress government initiated Tipu Jayanti and started celebrating it officially in the year 2015. In the year 2018, when the Congress-JDS coalition government was in power, former Chief Minister Siddaramaiah and his colleagues celebrated Tipu Jayanti in Banquet Hall of Vidhan Sauda, which is the Karnataka State Assembly. The large gathering in the celebration witnessed top political leaders including D.K. Shivkumar, Jai Mala and others who delivered their speeches praising Tipu Sultan and talking about his contributions to the nation. It is to be noted that the then Chief Minister and JDS leader Kumaraswamy remained absent in the Tipu Jayanti. But after the fall of coalition government, the Yadurappa-led BJP government cancelled the annual event. It is to be noted that the RSS has been the critic of Tipu Sultan, terming the martyr to be an Islamic bigot, a tyrant. Whereas the BJP's top leaders in the state, including Yadurappa and R. Ashok, were seen paying tributes to Tipu Sultan. Vatal Nagaraj asserts that Tipu Sultan was an exceptional warrior of our nation, a figure of immense power and influence. He demonstrated his commitment to the welfare of the nation by handing over his own sons as hostages to the British. Nagaraj also expressed his dissatisfaction with the government's lack of respect for Tipu Sultan.
ಟಿಪ್ಪು ಸುಲ್ತಾನ್ ರವರು ಈ ದೇಶ ಕಂಡಂತ ಒಬ್ಬ ಮಹಾನ್ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ, ಭಾರಿ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಹೋರಾಟಗಾರ. ಪ್ರಪಂಚದ ಇತಿಹಾಸದಲ್ಲೇ ಎರಡು ಮಕ್ಕಳನ್ನ ದೇಶಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಒತ್ತೆ ಇಟ್ಟಂತ ಒಬ್ಬರೇ ಒಬ್ಬರು ಇತಿಹಾಸದಲ್ಲಿ ಉಳಿತಕ್ಕಂಥವರು ಟಿಪ್ಪು ಸುಲ್ತಾನ್. ಟಿಪ್ಪು ಸುಲ್ತಾನ್ ರವರು ನಿಜಕ್ಕೂ ಈ ದೇಶ ಕಂಡಂತ ಮಹಾನ್ ಹೋರಾಟಗಾರ. ಕನ್ನಂಬಾಡಿ ಇವಾಗ ಏನಿದೆ ಕೃಷ್ಣರಾಜ ಸಾಗರ ಕನ್ನಂಬಾಡಿ, ಈ ಕನ್ನಂಬಾಡಿಗೆ ಶಂಕುಸ್ಥಾಪನೆ ಮಾಡಿದವರು ಟಿಪ್ಪು ಸುಲ್ತಾನ್. ಇದು ಶಾಸನ ಕನ್ನಂಬಾಡಿಯ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಬಾಗಿಲಿನಲ್ಲೇ ಇದರ ಶಾಸನ ಇದೆ. ಈ ಶಾಸನ ನಿಜಕ್ಕೂ ಬಹಳ ಐತಿಹಾಸಿಕವಾದಂಥ ಶಾಸನ.
Tanveer, an activist, emphasized that Tipu's stature transcends the boundaries of any particular state, making it irrelevant whether the state government celebrates Tipu Jayanti, as his significance extends far beyond any regional or state level recognition.
और टीपू जैसी शख्सियत जो 200-250 साल चंद सालों में होंगे, उनकी तो इंटरनेशनल फेम है. अगर कर्नाटक हुकूमत मनाए या ना मनाए, ब्रिटेन में जो कलेक्टर्स हैं वो टिपू को मानते हैं, फ्रेंच मानती है. इनफैक्ट अभी जो हम मुल्क भर में फॉरेन रिलेशंस की बात करते हैं, 1791 में टिपू जब अमेरिका को इंडिपेंडेंट ये हुआ था, तो टिपू हैड congratulated thing apart from Morocco. Tipu was one of them who had sent them a congratulatory है. तो जो फॉरेन पॉलिसी हो या ट्रेड हो, टिपू से अगर सीखेंगे तो कुछ मुल्क की बेहतरी होगी, इनका जहन खुलेगा. There is lots which they can learn from Tipu, and the contribution of Tipu, the people of Karnataka will always be indebted. Politics, BJP or the Sangh Parivar or whatever, their dirty politics they will play every day. Congratulations to them. And if they do not want to celebrate, congratulations to them. Tipu is a world leader. Tipu is a world leader. There are umpteen number of fans of Tipu. Hum manayenge. The love for Tipu will not die. If the state government celebrates Tipu Jayanti, it's not going to affect the stature of Tipu. Tipu's stature is way above any state government.
Tipu Sultan's life and legacy stand as witness to the struggle of freedom and justice. His commitment to his people, his secular and inclusive role, and his contributions to various aspects of society make him an influential figure in the Indian history. While some may have reservations about his legacy, there is no denying that Tipu Sultan's memory continues to influence our understanding of history and the importance of embracing diversity.